This thing is so weird. Can you understand me? What?
Welcome back to our channel, where reality is darker than fiction and the internet hides more than you'll ever imagine. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button and like this video to unlock more chilling and mysterious truths from the corners of the unseen world. Today, we dive into the terrifyingly fascinating birth of the dark web, a realm hidden deep beneath the surface of the internet. Far from what Google shows you, the dark web wasn't born evil. It wasn't even meant for crime. Ironically, it was birthed in the name of freedom, privacy, and anonymity by governments and idealists who had no idea that their creation would one day become a digital underworld, a modern Babylon of drugs, guns, assassins, and worse. Let's rewind back to the 1990s, the early days of the internet. Most people think the internet started with Google, YouTube, or social media. But the real internet, the one with layers upon layers of data, has always had a much deeper core. Known as the deep web, this massive section of the internet was filled with academic archives, confidential documents, medical records, and more, all hidden from public view. But it was only when the U.S. Naval Research Laboratory began developing a system that allowed for encrypted communication across the internet that the game truly changed. This project would later become Tor, the Onion Router. Tor was developed with noble intentions, to help journalists communicate safely under surveillance, to allow whistleblowers to leak corruption, and to let oppressed citizens bypass government censorship. Its layered encryption, like the layers of an onion, ensured that users could remain anonymous. But as the technology went open source, it became available to anyone. And when anonymity became easy, the dark side of humanity came rushing in. A secret part of the deep web, now known as the dark web, began to form, accessible only through special browsers like Tor. These hidden services had strange URLs ending in .onion and couldn't be accessed through regular search engines. At first, only hackers, researchers, and some curious explorers visited. But soon came the black markets. One of the earliest and most notorious was the Silk Road, launched in 2011 by a man called Ross Ulbricht under the pseudonym Dread Pirate Roberts. The Silk Road changed everything. Using Bitcoin as currency, people could buy drugs, weapons, counterfeit passports, fake IDs, and even hacking tools, all anonymously. The site was like Amazon for the illegal world. Law enforcement was stunned, helpless at first, unable to crack the layers of encryption. By the time they caught Ulbricht in 2013, he had earned over $1 billion in illegal trade. But taking down Silk Road didn't end the dark web. It only multiplied it. Like a hydra, every head they cut spawned two more. Alphabai, Hansa, Dream Market. These marketplaces continued to emerge, each one more advanced, more secure, more terrifying. But the dark web wasn't just for crime. It was also used for activism. In nations like China, Iran, and North Korea, citizens used the dark web to speak freely. Political dissidents escaped death sentences by publishing truths anonymously. The dark web became a paradox, a sanctuary for freedom and a pit of nightmares. You could find underground libraries, encrypted forums for survivors of abuse, or whistleblowing platforms like SecureDrop, used by the New York Times and The Guardian. But next to that, you could also stumble upon hitman services, child exploitation rings, or gruesome red rooms. Allegedly live torture shows for paying psychopaths, though many believe these to be urban legends. Law enforcement worldwide has continued to crack down. Operation Onimus, Operation Bayonet, these global efforts took down dozens of illegal markets. But for every takedown, a more decentralized, anonymous version rose in its place. The birth of the dark web was not a moment. It was a mutation, a slow evolution from good intentions to uncontrollable chaos. Today, the dark web is estimated to be hundreds of times larger than the surface web, mostly unseen, unknown, and unchecked. It's a world of code, shadows, and secrets, where truth and terror walk hand in hand. And as AI, quantum computing and blockchain evolve, the dark web too will morph, growing into forms we can't yet imagine. It is the internet's subconscious, hidden, volatile, and honest in a way the real world is afraid to be. Whether you see it as a necessary evil or a digital hellscape depends on your perspective. But one thing is certain, the dark web is here to stay. So the next time you browse the web, remember, what you see is only the surface. Below it lies an ocean of secrets, and at its heart, a digital darkness that once started as a beacon of freedom. Thanks for watching this deep dive into the birth of the dark web. If you want more such mind-blowing content, make sure to like, share, and most importantly, subscribe to our channel, because the truth is always deeper than what it seems.